Welcome to Phone Arena's video review of the Samsung Omnia II i920, currently available through Verizon Wireless. The Omnia II is now the second smartphone from Verizon to come with Windows Mobile 6.5 Professional already installed. One of the main features of the device is the impressive 3.7-inch active matrix OLED display with a resolution of 480 by 800 pixels. Images and text look amazing on it, as it has high contrast and true-to-life colors. Unfortunately, it continues to use resistive touchscreen technology, which requires a firm press to get a response. It even includes a stylus, even though it really isn't required for use. The phone is constructed out of plastic throughout and feels very slippery, but is still comfortable to hold. We also like the dark maroon geometric pattern that is used on the battery cover, as it is unique looking and gives the device an upscale look. Also on the back is the 5 megapixel autofocus camera with flash and stereo speakers, and the hidden micro SD memory card slot. On the left side you have the volume rocker, OK button, and 3.5mm headset jack. And on the right is the camera and lock button and micro USB port. Even though the Omnia II comes with the new Windows Mobile 6.5 operating system, you will be interacting with Samsung's TouchWiz 2.0 interface, which is fully integrated into all aspects of the phone. You have 3 home screens which you can customize with individual wallpapers and drag widgets to from the hidden dock on the left side. Unfortunately, as you can see, between moving through the home screens is a slow process, as it can take several seconds to load items. This is a far cry from the fast maneuverability on the Motorola Droid and HTC Droid Ares, or even the HTC Imago with the TouchFlow 3D. There are also 5 main menu screens that you can move through, and thankfully there is almost no lag when moving through them. The opening programs can take a few seconds. You can easily remove icons by pressing the edit button and then the minus signs, or add new icons to the desktop. If you run out of room, you can add up to 5 more main menu screens. The task switcher is visually improved, where you can easily change to another program just by tapping on its thumbnail. Or you can end programs easily by pressing end with the close signs or end all. The contacts menu is pretty straightforward, with icons on the top for the phone book, category, speed dial, and favorites. Naturally, you can send and receive email, MMS, and SMS messages, but since there's no physical keyboard, you'll have to use the touchscreen. To make things easier, the Omnia II comes with the new Swype Entry method. It takes a few minutes to get used to it, but it works rather well, as you can simply press and hold on the screen and spell words by moving your finger over the letters, instead of having to type each letter separately. After using it a while, we became quite accustomed to it and would like to see it offered on more devices. For web browsing, both Internet Explorer and Opera Mobile are included. Unfortunately, using Opera with large websites can be frustrating at times, as pages are slow to move around and scroll through, oftentimes with the gray checkerboard showing. We're not sure why this is, as Opera on the HTC Imago worked quite faster for navigation. Regardless, it still does not compete with the faster and more advanced WebKit browser used by the Motorola Droid and HTC Droid Ares. The Touch Player can handle all of your music and video files, including DivX and XVID formats. Music sounded good through the stereo speakers, and video looked excellent on the OLED display. The 5-megapixel autofocus camera is a bit of a disappointment, as it isn't any better than the original Omnia. Images taken outside don't have accurate color representation, and bright areas are extremely overexposed. Indoor pictures also have a lot of grain to them and are quite blurry. Thankfully, the flash is pretty good and has a range of about 12 feet. Videos can be recorded at 720 by 480 resolution, but was limited to only 18 frames per second. Because of this, playback is not smooth and it's quite choppy. Call quality was good, as voices sounded clear and lacked any background noise in the earpiece speaker, but tones were somewhat shallow and didn't sound as full as on the HTC Imago or the Motorola Droid. However, signal reception wasn't on par with most other smartphones, as we only had 1 to 2 bars showing in high coverage areas. With the included 1500 mAh battery, we were able to get up to 5.5 hours of talk time on a full charge. Overall, the Omnia II is a nice upgrade from the original Omnia that came out last year, but it is a tough sell at this point. The TouchWiz interface is slow to work with, and even the Opera browser is slow at maneuvering web pages. If you are looking for a Windows Mobile 6.5 device, we'd recommend the HTC Imago instead, as its TouchFlow 3D interface just works better. However, if you aren't tied to Windows Mobile, you might want to give the Motorola Droid or the HTC Droid Ares a try, as those are really the quickest and easiest to use smartphones out for Verizon right now. Please visit PhoneArena.com for a full in-depth review of the Samsung Omnia II i920, including pictures and 360-degree viewing angles.